Last week was the first week that I hadn't put a video out since I started this channel. And every Friday is when I told myself I'm going to put a video out. But I was torn. I felt like what I had to say hadn't marinated yet. And I was helping the mother-in-law move. And who wants a third video of me moving stuff? But between everything that happened with Charlie Kirk and the Quantico meeting with all the generals and the chiefs and where we are overall, kind of made me scared. I didn't know what to say, but I felt like I needed to say something. And then I read all the comments, and I don't know how you get anything Democrat or Republican out of that situation, but apparently fraud directly ties to politics. And so gave me a good sampling of what I was feeling was real. I think I've found the way to say what I want to say. Before I go to that clip, I just want to say I really appreciate all the new subscriptions. I know it was because of the fraud video, and people are interested to hear what comes out of that. I will say I'd be happy if you stayed. It's okay if you don't. If you just get the update whenever it comes and you unsubscribe, like, we're looking for a community here. This channel is really a bastardization of everything that has worked for me in the past. I'm a 28-year Air Force veteran. I retired at the rank of Chief Master Sergeant. I did that by going against the rules in a strategic, smart way and just being authentically me. And this channel is kind of the way that I'm living through that in my retirement. It's going to be me living out loud. And that goes against the algorithm. And I shouldn't be successful. And I'm okay with that. I just want to find the people along the way that want to be part of this journey and maybe have the same values and principles as I do. And enjoy it, have some fun, find a positive way to escape for once. A little more of a serious message this week. Here's what's been on my mind lately. Middle ground's pretty lonely right now. Feels like half the country lives on the east side of town, and the other half lives on the west side of town. Nobody's crossing Main Street anymore. Folks on the east side of town are yelling that the whole system is broken. Folks on the west side of the town are yelling that they're the only ones that can fix it. And Main Street, that's where the rest of us used to meet. The middle. People who still believe in hard work, honesty, taking care of your neighbors. But these days, it feels like Main Street's empty. Like common sense got voted out of the room. It seems like all Americans can do is turn on each other over news networks and social media headlines. We used to be able to disagree without needing to destroy each other. To argue, then maybe grab a burger and a beer and move on with our life. Now people unfriend you because you think different. They cancel you for asking questions. And truth, well, that just becomes tribal. And let's be honest. When did we start murdering people for their opinions? When did we start attacking freedom of speech because someone thinks different? We're walking down a dark road that free nations don't easily come back from. Freedom dies when fear of speaking becomes stronger than the truth itself. And the crazy part is, none of this division started with us. It's being fed to us every single day and reinforced by people who profit when we're too angry to think straight. I can just see it right now. I'd sit in a room, this is what I'd say. You know what we could do for our next phase? I don't know, Frank, what do you think? Well, we could get a reality TV star, talk show host, someone like that as president. Someone whose whole job is drama and ratings. Larry, I like it. Perfect. We already have the data for reality TV. People love spectacles. Feed them with outrage. Measure what sticks. Rinse and repeat. Oh, Larry. And the best part is we don't even need policy. We just keep everyone infuriated, keep the cameras on, selling the ads. The rest runs itself. John, find the candidate with name recognition and low attention span. They'll do the job for us. That's clearly satire. It's a dark joke. But it's cutting close to the bone because sometimes it feels exactly like the Playbook. The media sells outrage because peace doesn't pay. Politicians push fear because unity doesn't win elections. And billionaires push algorithms because that's what keeps us scrolling and keeps them getting richer. Meanwhile, Americans, whether it's veterans, parents, small business owners, we're standing on Main Street, trying to keep our values intact while the noise from both sides get louder. But there's something that's been burning my mind lately. If fraud's illegal in America, if you can go to jail for lying on a form, taking what isn't yours, then why isn't it fraud when politicians and major news outlets knowingly lie to American people? Why is it that a citizen can go to prison for falsifying a document, but a network can falsify a story and it's called a spin? Why can veterans be charged with federal fraud for a bad signature, but a senator can lie on camera to millions of people and call it strategy? If a person lies in a court, it's perjury. But when leadership lies to a nation, it's politics as usual. How does it make sense for a country that was built on truth, liberty, and justice for all? We have entire agencies that protect consumers from false advertising. Nobody's protecting citizens from false politics. And while we're on that, why do the American people have to be the tactic in politics? Why is it okay for elected officials to use us, our jobs, paychecks, our livelihood, all for leverage in their political games? Why is it okay to shut the government down, stop paying our own workers, to wreck credit markets, to hold families hostage, just to score points on the cable news, win an election? When did doing your job, showing up, working together, solving problems, when did that become optional? These are kindergarten skills. You don't get to call yourself a leader if you can't even stay at the table when people disagree. Somewhere between the random courtrooms, the newsrooms, now the halls of Congress, accountability got lost. And you know what's even crazier? These days, if you want something fixed, you have to learn the job of the person who's supposed to be helping you. You have to research the laws yourself. You have to read the policy, track the bills, study the government procedures, just to understand if what you're doing is even legally right. Like when you have to dig through the history books and legal documents just to find out whether a president can lawfully order a state's National Guard into a city. Because no one in the news or in office will give you a straight answer. That's not a democracy. That's dysfunction at its best. And if the only way you can help yourself is by doing someone else's job, then either they're not doing it or you didn't need them in the first place. Till we start demanding competency again, we'll keep watching systems built to serve us twist into systems we have to serve. So before you pick up a side, maybe we should ask some questions. Am I living on the east side or the west side? And have I walked down Main Street lately? Are my opinions built from experience or from outrage someone else sold me? If that thing that I'm angry about disappeared tomorrow, would my life even change one bit? Am I fighting for freedom or someone else's narrative? Freedom isn't just about rights. It's a mindset. It's the ability to think for yourself, question everything, including your own side, still walk away with some truth. Mainstream might be quiet right now, but it's still where grown-ups stand. It's where the truth still lives. And if we can hold it, if we can rebuild trust one conversation at a time, we might just remind this country what freedom actually looks like. Not from screaming across the town from the east side to the west side, not marching in lockstep with a party, but thinking, listening, living free, together, right here on Main Street. These are the values that this channel has. It's about reclaiming middle ground, living a nice, simple, peaceful life. Not because it's easy, because it's the right thing to do. So yeah, middle ground's lonely right now. That's where I'm standing. Because that's where Americans used to meet. And we still can. So as you can tell, lots of thoughts, lots of feelings in the last month as I've been helping people move and seeing everything unfold across America. And it scares me. The generals at Quantico, the chiefs, their professionalism in that situation, it may not seem blatantly obvious to everyone, but that's rebellion. That is a protest. I will tell you, you do not become a general at that level, any general, and be a dummy. You're highly intelligent, and you could run most Fortune 500 companies. Shoot, you could probably replace senators and congressmen and do just fine. At the high levels of military, I would say that's what we're built for. Literally to solve problems, regardless of what obstacle we have in our way. So I want to say thanks for watching. Really appreciate you guys following along. If this place feels like home, or at least a dysfunctional uncle to home, I'd appreciate it if you like, subscribe, comment, send it to a friend. Someone else who would value living on Main Street. I know deep down that the far left and the far right are only heard because of the technology that we have today. And it's not most folks. And I know that there's a lot more Main Street folks out there that aren't saying anything because they don't have a party to belong to. They don't feel good about belonging to the left or the right. If you don't know what to put in the comments, throw Main Street down there. Let's get a tally of how many people live there, visit there occasionally, all the time. If someone hasn't already told you today or this week, do me a favor. Make the day you deserve. I'm not going to say that military folks, generals, chiefs, people that have served in a leadership position where they literally could go to jail if they weren't apolitical. That's a hell of a motivation, by the way. I'm not going to say we're going to see them increasingly running for office or in politics, but I'm afraid that they might be some of the most qualified. So I'm making that prediction right now. In the years to come, we are going to see more than we have now, an increased presence. Loud is probably one of the 3 tenants. Scared me. I'm waiting for Carl.